Last time on Total Party Guild.
Can I take like 20 seconds just to see if I can defeat this gate by main strength?
Sure.
Halfling bullet.
Halfling bullet.
Advantage on
It's been a while.
strength checks to break shit.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
1 and 2.
19.
19. You smack into the metal gate, and you start racking on it, and then you start yanking really hard, and then you start yelling, "Let me in!" Welcome, heroes, to tonight's Total Party Guild, your weekly retro wave-inspired D&D podcast. I'm Sean Rowe, and I will be your DM for this story arc. And tonight, our guild hired
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, human bard.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Brilliance B. Redmoon, a tiefling fighter warlock ready to go home.
And Justin Lamb playing Stennel, Bjorn's son. Halfling barbarian.
Last time on Total Party Guild, our brave adventurers ran away from a handful of people hunting them down an alleyway and made it back to the guild house, and then bravely reassaulted the mansion, going in the back way as Osric told them to, looking for the basement. And they found the basement after engaging in a sniper and taking out another brain dog in the hallway of the mansion. They made it to the bottom of the basement, where they see some very strange technological advancements going on. And there was Lord Strangenfell, who was busy overseeing a couple of his stewards and servants as they were working on some sort of strange boxy type things with these massive cords hanging down from it, very reminiscent of what they ran across in the Hobgoblin village. Then he turns to them and begins speaking to them and asking them to step forward as if he knew they were there, almost as if he can sense their brains. And then, with the reveal of his ring, the illusion that was over him dropped, and there he stands, Lord Strangenfell, the Mind Flayer. And that is where we bring ourselves to it, here in this eerie basement, where there's fog about an ankle deep flowing across the floor. This cold, cold chamber darkened around the party members with these eerie green lights lighting up the chamber behind the Mind Flayer. And there he stands in front of the party. And as he looks at you, he says, "You can join us. You know, it's quite good for you. You don't have to be eaten, unless you want to be."
Did we roll for initiative?
No, we're still talking.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Does anyone else want to say something clever?
What would we get by joining you?
Well, you wouldn't be sacrificed like many of the other slaves would be. No, you might even lead several of them as we take over this city.
So I'm going to say in a voice that only wavers a little bit, if you're looking for brains, I think you're out of luck. And then I'm going to pull the pin on the grenade, say the line, and then throw it. Grenade away.
Okay, so now we'll go ahead and roll initiative, as he might react to what you're doing before you get the grenade to go away. So everyone go ahead and roll me, since we're kicking it off. So anyway, I started blasting. All right, Jewel, what you roll?
I rolled a 6.
B.
19.
Oh, thank goodness.
B, what's your dex modifier?
+2.
And Stennel.
10.
B, you actually get to go first. You see Stennel begin to reach down and grab the grenade. As he does that, the eyes on the Mind Flayer, those creepy, slimy eyes narrow, and you hear, "Oh, too bad." But before he can do anything, you get to do something. So what would you like to do?
So scanning the room, is there anything important that he could do that I would notice that would fuck us up more than just fighting an evil Mind Flayer?
So scanning the room behind him, there's the 4 crates and 2 servants that are moving back and forth, and there's cords that hang down from it and are attached to the crates themselves, or going inside the crates themselves. And the servants themselves are moving around and flipping switches and hitting buttons and stuff like that. But outside of that, the room has been pretty empty. farther outside of your range of vision, which you can see in absolute magical darkness. So you see it, no problem. That there's just a handful of other crates and pillars, and that the room does have a couple of doors on the far end from you, but that's like almost 250 feet away. So if anything was coming through there, it'd be a bit before it even got close to combat.
Okay. I'm gonna use Hex as bonus action. So I'm gonna put a curse on it. When I hit it, I deal 1d6 extra necrotic damage, and then I choose an ability that has disadvantage on until I have Hex up.
All right, what's the ability?
My gut reaction is Strength, but I know it wants to grab us and eat our brains. Or my gut reaction is Intelligence, but I know it wants to grab us and eat our brains.
So,
I mean, B knows it wants to eat our brains, right?
yeah. Yes, he does. Especially since he just talked about it.
Yeah. I'm going to choose Strength. There's disadvantage on strength checks.
All right, I wrote it down.
And then I will make my attacks.
Okie doke, go ahead.
A sharpshooter. First one's 18 to hit.
Oh, that hit.
Plus d6. 9. So it's 19 electricity and 5 necrotic. So 24.
Okie doke.
And then second.
Yep.
15 to hit.
That hits as well.
What? 23 electricity, 4 necrotic.
And do you wish to move anywhere?
I'm going to back away slightly.
All right, so you take like a 5-10 feet step back?
Yeah, 10 back.
All right, 10 back. So you blast him twice, and the energy bolts rip into him as his hand comes up, and you can see him stagger backwards, and then like some of his robe is burned in, and you can see that he's wearing like a metal breastplate that's glowing hotly underneath as it had blasted into him. And then as his hand comes up, you can feel this wave of energy roll towards you. Stennel, roll me a wisdom save.
It's just a flat roll for old Stennel. That is a 19 on a flat roll.
What?
You feel the vice of his brain begin to burrow into you, and then it's not strong enough to actually rip into your skull, and you can see his tentacles begin to like wiggle in a bit of anger as his dominate monster spell he cast on you failed.
Oh,
Holy hell.
oh.
That would have been real cool if he got it off.
Yeah.
I mean, cool for me. He then turns to his servants quickly and he goes, activate the machines. And he begins to run across the room back towards them. Both of the servants get to go before you do, Stennel. So as you're pulling the pin and raising it in your hand, you see the servants running over real quick and hitting buttons real fast. And on one crate, you hear this hissing sound, and one of the tubes comes shooting off of it, and another tube comes shooting off of it. And on a second crate that's a little bit closer to you and to your left, you see the same thing happening as tubes begin off these crates there in front of you. And that is what happens with the servants. So now, Stennel, finally your arm is cocked back as it took an eternity for all of that to happen, and you are ready to go.
Hey, if you're looking for brains, shit. And I throw.
You are just out of range. You'll have to get a little closer before you can throw it.
Well, okay. So there's several targets here. There's 2 servants. There's boxes with tubes flying off, and
Yes.
there's a mind flare.
Correct. The Mind Flayer ran back towards the servants. If you step 10 feet ahead, you can actually hit the Mind Flayer and both servants.
Will that hit any of the weird boxes?
It will not, but it'll hit a console that the servants are currently pressing buttons on.
Close enough. And I'm gonna and just throw it.
Okie dokie. So they got to roll a save. You got to just roll damage.
I don't know the DC of the save, but yes.
15 dexterity for half.
It's not a good roll, guys. Not a good roll.
Okay, well, they all fail. So what'd you get?
10 damage. That console had disadvantage.
Right, you toss the grenade and it hits the console and like bounces behind it and goes off, and you can see it like scythe into the serpents, but it hits the Mind Flayer, but it doesn't quite do as much damage to them as you would have imagined. But you do hear, like, you see like electrical sparks begin to shoot up from the console from those guys. Do you wish to move anywhere? Still got about 20 feet left.
Yeah, I'll continue to approach, but it wouldn't have affected a range thing anyways, but I'm just gonna go into a rage.
Okay, if you don't take damage, Oh, but you did damage. No, you're fine. Okay, you
No,
went into a rage.
I attacked something.
Yeah, you're
Figure
good.
that.
Never mind. All right. So you fly into a rage,
And then I'm running forward, angry.
angrily running forward. Dunk, 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 dunk. All right. Jewel, it's your turn. You're kind of crouched behind some crates. B is now about level with you. And the Mind Flayer would be 70, 75 feet ahead of you.
So I'm going to hop up, run up, so I'm closer to B. I'll use all 30 of my movements. Hold on 1 second. I have math. Okay. So I'll move up my 30 feet towards the Mind Flayer, and then I'll cast Shatter at third level towards him, and I'll place it so that I can hit as much as I can with it.
All right, you'll hit him, both servants, and the console.
Okay. And that is a Constitution saving throw 15. That's 4d8. Okay.
He
Sorry,
failed.
Joel, I forgot it was con.
What? I don't care.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
No, it's fine. That's 15 damage if they fail and 7 if they pass. Inorganic stuff has disadvantage on the saving throw. A creature made of inorganic. Non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried takes damage if it's in the spells area. And then I will give Stennel inspiration.
Oh.
Do me a favor and roll 2d10.
Fuck. Why? 13?
You get up there and you cast your Shatter, and it looks like what?
It looks like pulse wave, or like sound waves emanating from my cittern out until they reach the point that I cast it towards, and then it just looks like a little bit of a explosion, but it's all kind of glittery, see-through, plasticky looking with little music bars and notes swirling throughout it.
And it hits between all three of them, and it explodes outwards, and you see the Mind Flayer get knocked backwards a little bit, and he kind of like drops to a knee for a second or two, which saves his life as the two servants get knocked into the console, and then the console explodes in a shower of sparks and lightning and energy, and you see both the servants go flying across the room with like almost if they're being picked up by this electrical hand of energy and thrown 30 feet back. Bolts of energy come zipping past the top of his head, smacking into the roof, and you see some of the cords like snap and hiss as the console just explodes into bits and pieces, and the two servants lie dead on the ground.
So cool,
I
Jewel.
hope we didn't need that.
Well, I helped. I loosened it for you. But that was so cool.
Yeah, we drop back to B as he stands there, and you see these explosions all around us.
Guess who's going to shoot a Mind Flayer?
Go ahead, roll it.
I'm going to use my DM inspiration on this one.
All right.
It was a 3. That's much better. 21.
Okay, you hit him on the second one.
Brain. No brain. So 24 electric and then 3 necrotic. So 27. And then my second attack?
Yep, go ahead.
16?
It hits.
26 total.
Both shots rip into him, and you see him as he had dropped to his knee, and then he kind of like stood up, and then you see both shots smack into him, and the second shot actually spins him around, and you see most of his robes are now just torn to shreds, and he falls back to his knee again. Like this purplish ichor begins to bleed from his multiple wounds that he has in front of him, and his eyes narrow in hatred as he stares you down, B, in hatred. But you're too far away. So he opens up with a cone of cold, or not a cone of cold, but a psionics blast of energy, and it rips through Stennel and Jewel. So both of you guys go ahead and roll me a wisdom save. Oh, I lied. It's an intelligence save. Sorry. Stennel, what'd you get?
2.
Yeah, you failed.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
you both failed.
Wait, can I use a DM inspiration?
Yeah, you can use DM inspiration.
You also have a
Okay, I'm gonna.
you
You
also
also
have
have
a
her
bardic
inspiration.
inspiration.
What does the bardic inspiration do? Add
Gives you a
D10?
plus It gives you a D8? Yeah,
It's
it gives you
okay
a D8.
because my reroll with the DM inspiration was another 3, so I'm gonna let it go. You can't fight fate.
Okay. You both take 20 points of psychic damage and are stunned for a minute.
Holy fuck.
A minute.
Yeah. You can re-roll at the end, or repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turn.
Fair enough. I'm okay.
And then he gets up and he runs behind the crate that's closest to him, just barely making it behind cover. The box that was to the right of you guys begins to hiss, and steam begins to shoot out of multiple corners, and then it explodes outwards away from it. And crouched in there is a much smaller machine that you guys had seen previously when fighting against the hobgoblins. But this one looks a little bit more advanced. Its shield is better designed, and the arm that had that flame cannon is now a Gatling cannon.
Wait, did you design a Catling gun? Does it shoot cats?
It shoots cats.
No.
Sorry, that was a joke from yesterday that we had. When the second box on the left-hand side from you also does the same. It explodes outwards, and there's another one of these machines that are crouched, smaller, much smaller than the ones you guys had seen before. And they spend their action slowly standing up. Jewel stands there stunned as your brain is burning in your head. Go ahead and roll me another save.
Intelligence?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are standing there stocked and stunned, but the numbness begins to fade as you realize you're still standing in this room. So that's the end of your turn, so you'll be able to react normally on your next turn. And Stennel, what you roll? Because now it's your turn. All those people are dead. You rolled a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Okay. All right. So you guys are only stunned long enough for the machines to activate.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, dumb luck.
Mostly emphasis on the dumb.
All right, B, it is your turn. Top of the round. You see the two machines stand and they're beginning to swivel towards both of you guys.
Does it have total cover?
Yeah, you can't see him. He's behind one of the crates that the stewards did not get a chance to activate before you guys blew up the console.
I'm going to use my AoE attack. My burst fire. How's burst fire work with cover, though?
I mean, if it goes from fiction, the bullets would be coming from you. So I would rule that you still wouldn't be able to hit the target.
Yeah.
Just because it makes, fictional sense. I don't know how you, unless you could magically curve the bullets around behind him and attack him that way.
Yeah. Well, it's just like if you fireball an area, things in cover get a bonus to the save.
Yeah, but that makes sense from a fireball because a fireball expands around corners and shit.
Yeah.
But
No, that's good.
Okay.
Can I run to a point where I could see behind it?
Not within 30 feet. Possibly within 60 feet, you can get an angle.
Okay. I'll use my other spell to Misty Step.
All right.
So I'll Misty Step 30 feet and then sprint 30 feet.
Okay.
And can I get a shot then?
You can barely see him.
Okay. Then I'll make the attack roll.
Okay.
No cover for you.
No, he does not get that beautiful cover.
The first one's a 12.
That misses.
The second one is a 19.
That one hits. This is going to be interesting.
28.
You're 3 points shy of killing him.
Fuck.
Balls.
I rolled pretty good too.
You did. You rolled really well. You shoot him. His arm flies off from the blast that hits him. He spins to look at you as he's grabbing the stump as the ichor is pouring down over his hands. And you can feel him, but he's talking to you with brain speak, and it's flowing out over everybody, almost like a large, what's that voice thingy you hold in your mouth and yell? Megaphone? And, oh, I hate you. I will be back for you. And then he waves his hand and you see this weird, like, sucking portal appear, and he just gets sucked into it and vanishes.
Oh, I don't have counterspell.
Me either.
Oh, no.
Because I used it to Misty Step.
Oh,
Damn, dude.
God damn it.
That was his turn. That one's like the machine that's across the room spins, and you see the Gatling gun begin to spin up, and it opens fire in an AoE area that's going to hit both Stennel and Jewel. Roll me dex saves, you guys.
15.
15 succeeds.
19.
Yay.
Also succeeds. You guys take half damage.
Yay.
Take half of 20 electrical damage.
Good question. So I was stunned for a round. So that means my rage is gone. I did not deal nor receive damage during my turn.
It's not during your turn, because you did receive damage before from the mind blast. The psychic blast that stunned you caused damage.
Yeah, but then it came to my turn and I rolled a save and that unstunned me and that was my turn.
Yep, that's what happened.
Also, it makes thematic sense that,
It's true.
you stun someone out of a rage.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you got to rage again. But in the meantime, you took half damage of
20
electrical. Yeah.
So 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Yay.
And the second machine turns around and its Gatling gun also spins up and it points directly at you, B.
No, I protest.
They rolled a 24, a 16, and a 14 on the attack rolls.
My AC is 16.
Okay, so one missed. You take 24 points of damage.
Holy fuck.
And it starts zipping at you and like sprinkling the ground around you, smacking into the ground. That is the end of their turn, so it's now Jewel's turn. Oh wait, I lied. Stennel's first. Stennel's turn.
Oh my gosh.
The machine to your left is within 30 feet of you. The machine that's to your right is 45 feet away.
Well, it's time to introduce myself to the machine that's closer.
So, how physically big are these machines?
They are like large. They're large creations.
Okay.
Okay, so they're like a big bulky barbarian.
Yeah, or like an ogre sized.
See, this is why we all should have been barbarians. All just been a team of barbarians. Okay, so can I bonus action drink a potion before I charge in?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You running low on hit points?
No. Yes. So how much is a minor heal? Is it 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
7 hit points. I will take that. Okay. It's not quite half health, but I'll live. And then in a rage, I'm going to charge it and I'm going to recklessly attack it.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I got the lucky feat. Okay. Trait 17.
That hits.
Oh, I'm going to cut it. 15 on that first hit. Do you need the elemental damage separate?
What's the elemental damage on this one?
Nice.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's 7 slashing damage and 8 frost damage.
It's still standing.
Right. Do I notice like the frost gets repelled? Or?
Yeah. You're gonna roll it again.
Gotcha.
So right. I'll just
Well,
describe
yeah, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
I'm gonna attack it again. 10.
Okay, that doesn't succeed though.
No.
All right. Your first attack hits it by surprise, and the blade drops into like a chink between.
Wait. Can I add the inspiration to that one?
You'd like,
You said it's plus a D8.
Vanessa?
Yes, 1d8.
10. 18 to hit.
Oh, okay, that hits. Roll damage on the second one.
That was a very good roll on a D8. Oh, thank Chrome. Okay. That's 14 slashing. Ooh. And
Damn.
And 9 frost. Best roll yet.
All right, your blade comes in, and the first attack, like I said, kind of surprised it, and it hits it in the arm. And as you see, as the blade chops into where a bunch of like wires and cords are, and you see some of them snap off, the frost begins to leak around the outside edge, and they become brittle, and several of them snap. And then as it turns towards you, your blade comes down again, crashing against its shield, but miraculously skipping off and back into some more of the cords. And as it does, the whole arm, the shield arm that it had, goes limp and starts hanging down by its side as the Gatling gun begins to spin towards you. Jewel, you see Stennel run off and attack that creature. What do you do?
Okay. I also chug a potion.
Alrighty.
5 plus 2. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 2. 7. Potions need to be better in this game. Okay. And then of the 2 machines, can I see either of them?
Yeah, you can clearly see both.
Can I see which one looks like it's a little more falling apart? Is it the one that Stennel was just hitting?
Yeah, the only one that's taken damage so far is the one Stennel's been hitting.
And the Gatling gun is going on it, but Stennel's right next to it. How close is B to the other one?
So B and Stennel are both on the one to the left, which is about 30 feet away from you. The one to the right is about 45 feet away from you, so they're even farther away from that one.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to go for the one that no one's hit and no one's standing by, and I'm going to cast Shatter again at 4th level. It's at disadvantage because it's inorganic material.
Hey.
Well, it rolled an 18 and a 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so I rolled 14 on 4d8.
All right, you cast that spell, and you see just like bits and pieces of it come flying off, and like middle little bits of metal come just shooting out of the thing as it begins to spin towards you. Top of the round, B, you are up. Oh wait, before we do that, Jewel, did you want to move anywhere?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I move anywhere that I can take cover from it?
Yes, if you run 15 feet back, you can get behind one of the other crates that's down back here.
I'll try that.
All right,
Thank you.
So you run, you just duck behind the crate.
Yep.
As you do that, you can hear the gun and like you can feel it like zipping past you as you come running behind cover. B, you see the far machine opening up on Jewel. The closer machine is now spinning, bringing its gun towards Stennel. What do you wish to do?
I should bonus action second wind to heal. 6. And then I'm going to open fire on the damaged one, I guess.
All right, roll to attack.
19 plus 5, 24.
Okay, that hits.
2. Oh, I don't have hex right now. Oh, I need to roll concentration real quick. 20. And I lose concentration on hex.
That's
Bummer.
So 17 electrical with the first one.
Okie doke.
And then second. 17.
That just hits.
Or 24 electric.
The blasts begin to shoot into it, and you see it like pound through the armor on it as it had turned towards Stennel. And then you see it like one of its legs begin to wobble, and it kind of like jinks sideways and falls down on its side there. And then the other leg just like slides out from under it, and it kind of just like sits down, and the whole body like goes and it like leans over, and you see steam begin to stroll off of it. And then quite suddenly there's a bright green flash as the thing explodes.
Can I take back my woo?
So both you guys roll dex saves.
14.
He fails.
11.
You got advantage with your... Okay.
No, it's a 3 and a 9. Yeah. That's more dice than I got on my grenade.
18 points of concussion damage. Bits and pieces of it rain down from the sky around you.
So for my movement, can I say that blasts me back 30 feet?
You can, sure.
And crumples me to the floor, and then I take a big and try and get my breath while I lay on my stomach and try and take aim again.
That's awesome. So yeah, it blasts you 30 feet back. You smack into one of the pillars in the room and then crumple down to the floor on it as just bits and pieces begin to rain down around you. I love it. That's fantastic. And that machine's dead, so I marked that off. And then the second machine gets to go. So it had been shooting at Jewel. Jewel's now behind cover, and you see it spin over towards Stennel, and then it raises the shield, and it kind of like blinks open, and then it goes bunk, bunk, and then it blinks closed, and the ground around you explodes. Dexterity save at advantage because you can see it coming.
I got danger sense. Okay, so that's a 14.
That also failed. You need one more point, my friend.
Yeah, no, I didn't have it.
Well, I didn't have it.
I know, Sean. I told the dice. They didn't listen.
22 points of concussion damage. Was that? Or not force. The same thing as like the shockwave spelled it. Oh my gosh, English. Help me out here. Jewel, what's that spell that you're using? Shatter?
Shatter.
What's it do?
It does thunder damage.
There we go. That's the one I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 22 thunder damage.
So my thought was that like the machine that looked like it was going to shoot me just exploded. But I managed to fly backwards, roll, and kind of like slowly get back to my feet. And then more stuff explodes around me and I just pinball back away
Into the same position.
into the same position. Just like, kind of slide on my face a bit. I imagine it's just soot and just hair standing on end and singed bits everywhere.
And then you crawl to your feet without taking the crawl to your feet thingamajiggers, and it is your turn.
Because role playing.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, these things are pretty dangerous. But since my ears are ringing so badly, I think these things are dangerous. Got like concrete on my lips, like all over my face. All right, but I'm gonna turn, and I still got the rage in my eyes, and I'm gonna charge on unsteady feet towards this thing, and
Okay, he's like 60 feet away.
I'm just gonna lay down for a minute.
So you charge towards him and then lay down?
Yeah. I go about
Yeah.
10 feet and see how far away it is, and then I just kind of lay down.
Are you still raging at this time?
No.
You gave up.
Well, I would like to, but I can't. So I'm just gonna take a real quick breather, guys. Whew. Short rest.
All right, so that's what Stennel does. Jewel, you're behind cover when you hear the world exploding outside there.
Peek my head up, see everyone's in different spots. The guy that was 45 feet away from me is now 60 feet away from me.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast another shatter at just regular since I can't roll anyway. So what's an extra dice?
Yeah, he rolled a 7.
Awesome. So that is 11 damage, which is about what I was rolling on 4 dice anyway. And then I'm going to... Are both of my comrades within 60 feet of me?
You would have to move about 10 feet to get B within range.
Okay. I'm trying to think if Mantle of Inspiration would be good or if you guys want to stay far away from that thing. Yeah, I'll move... Except Stennel's link.
I wouldn't mind the temp HP, but I'm not going to move.
Yeah, and I was just thinking Stennel just laid down, so he would have to use half of his movement just to get up. But the temp HP would be baller. I need it too. So I'm going to move up so that I'm close enough to B so that he'll be within range. I'm going to Mantle of Inspiration so everybody gets 8 temporary hit points. And they can use their reaction to move if they want to. And then I am going to duck back behind the crates I was behind.
All right. So, Stennel, you can see Jewel run out and wave her hands, and there's this boom sound as another shockwave rips into the machine. The machine rocks back on its legs and actually takes a step back and like rebraces itself on the ground. And then she just looks enchanting, this glowing energy flowing off of her. You just have this feeling of leaping up and running. Do you wish to do that?
All right, I'm up. And I'll use half my movement to get up and then go another like 15, 20 feet towards the thing since my movement is 35.
Your movement is 35. You didn't really move anywhere. I know we did it as like kind of a conversation piece to play in. Did you want to go ahead and just use the rest of your movement to get there? You'll be within melee range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw, benevolent DM.
I'm up. Jeez.
I'm just so inspiring. You get
badger
movement
rest.
and a half.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so you're within melee range of the creature. And that brings us back to B as Jewel ducks behind cover again.
I will shakily raise my pulse rifle and take the 2 shots.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
That is all I can do. 3 + 5 is 8.
Say
Natural
8?
20. Yeah, 8 for the first one, natural 20 for the second one.
Okay, so the 8 obviously misses.
Yeah.
You weirdly try to shoulder your rifle, but then the nat 20 is like you take a deep breath, you steady yourself, and then you pull the trigger.
I
Go
rolled
ahead.
a 1 and a 2, so 18.
18 points of damage.
Yeah.
You're still doing better than me rolling a 1 and 2.
Yay, flat damage.
Your plus is better than anything I can roll.
Yay for min-maxing.
Right. As you're running up there, Stennel, you can see this bolt of energy come zipping past you, and then a second one punch into the creature, and it hits it in the chest, and then you see steam begin to psh out of the hole from the hole in the chest of the creature.
Oh, I forgot about that.
As you run into melee combat, it raises its shield up, and the shield flips back, but instead of the launcher that had just launched at you, this like clawed hand comes flipping out and locks into place, and he reaches down to try and grab you.
So it wasn't you being benevolent. It was you wanting to let Stennel get as close as you could to it so that when it exploded, it would do more damage to him.
Sometimes benevolent and malevolent look an awful lot alike.
Yeah, they're really close, those two. They're very close together. I rolled a 20 to attack.
Was that is this like a grapple?
No, it's an attack.
Okay, then that hits because I got an AC 6.
Take 9 points of crushing damage, whatever that's called. Bashing. Bludgeoning. There we go. Take 9 points of that.
Compression.
Yeah. And he grapples you and lifts you up into the air.
Good. I got him right where I want him, guys. I'm almost dead.
And it moves to Stennel.
All right. With a fierce cry and my final rage. Let's see if I survive this. I bring my sword up in 2 hands and I drive it down into the thing. So that's going to be a 11.
Well, you get to attack, so I want to see what your second driving rage looks like.
Right. Okay. Can't quite find purchase. Oh, reroll a 1. And that's a crit. Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
I think this is my first crit with Stennel. Maybe my second.
Really?
No, I think you've... No,
Since when?
I don't remember. Oh,
I think you...
No, those are dirty 20s. You've rolled a shit ton of dirty 20s. Huh.
Didn't you crit the first brain dog that knocked me out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
You
might have done that one.
I don't know. Viewers, if you are listening, please send us a text. Let us know. Did that happen? We don't know.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. This will be fun. Wish me luck, guys. That's 16 slashing. That's what my grenades should have been. And 17 frost.
Holy hell.
And with all of your rage, you drive it down towards the hand, and it skips off. And you're like, ah! And you do it again. And it slices into the hand, and you see it like frost over it, and it breaks off. And you drop to the ground in front of it, reverse it, and thrust it into the armored plating. And you just kind of like pry it back and forth. And as it does, more and more steam's launching from the thing, and you finally like get it in there. And then it explodes in a blinding green ball of light. Dexterity save.
At advantage, 9.
Oh.
Telling you guys.
22 points of damage.
So even with my rage, guys, I'm dead.
You're not dead.
You're
Stennel
unconscious.
crumples to the ground lifeless.
No.
You go shooting across the room 30 feet back, your sword skipping out of your hands to embed in the wall right above B's head.
Jeez.
Yeah, and steam rolling off of your character. That's when the other 2 crates start. No, I'm just kidding.
DM.
And we drop out of combat as everything down here has been wasted. What do you guys wish to do about Stennel?
I'll cast Healing Word on him.
All right, so go ahead and roll your healing word.
1d4, a spellcasting modifier.
So I get up to rush to him and then lose my legs and fall on the floor. And then I see Jules casting something. So I just take a big breath.
That's a 5.
All right, Stennel, you wake up, your eyes crack open.
Thanks.
And there you guys are, in the basement of the mansion. The sounds of fighting from above you have stopped as well.
Well, we either have a clear house or a bunch of brain dogs to fight.
I'm hoping it's the first one.
Am I strong enough to get Stennel's sword out of the wall?
No.
Okay.
A flat no.
I give it a tug. And then I just like use the wall to support myself to go pick up the Mind Flayer's arm.
Nice.
I'll go.
Rubbery.
Ugh. I'll go offer a hand up to Stennel.
I'll offer a hand to Stennel.
So Jules' hand reaches down to you, and then this floppy, like 3-fingered purplish hand flops into your view.
Like, I'll grab Jules' hand and then I'll slap the floppy one like I'm trying to get it out of my face, but it also accidentally looks like I'm doing a big secret handshake with it. Oh, that's me. I think I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Did you get him? Did he get away?
And I wave. He got away.
With the arm.
Huh. Should we look through these crates or should we go check on everybody?
Can you do that magic messagey thing?
Sure.
Stairs sound hard.
You need somebody to come pick you up and carry you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I'll send messages up telling them that we're severely injured. Well, they're severely injured. I'm severely injured too. We're all severely injured.
Yay, Elle and I.
Yay.
Oh, good. I'd love to be treated in about 18 months.
Ozark replies, "Oh, good to hear you're doing all right there. We just cleared the upstairs floors. We'll be on our way down."
They're coming.
Did we win?
I mean, he got away.
Fuck. Did he? I didn't see.
But we're all still alive and not, brain dead.
And I think we still have a robot.
I'll look over at B and I'll look him up and down and be like, well, the next time we find him, maybe you can give him a hand.
Oh. So there's 2 crates with coils that are attached to that liquid that's from the ceiling. They're still down here. What do you guys wish to do? Are you going to take a look at them? You're going to let them be? Wait till the other adventurers show up?
Definitely take a look.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't stab them. I don't like that.
All right, so you get close to one of the crates and it's sealed. You do have to work at it to pry it open. And when you do, there's one of those boxy machine type things on the inside. You see cords going to it, but you also see that the chest cavity that was all armored and sealed is open. And sitting inside the center of it is one of those glass jars with a brain floating inside of it.
I will remove the jar.
You grab the jar, and as you slide it out, the lights that were on the inside of the jar go dim.
At least now we have proof, and a lot of it.
You hear the trudging footsteps of the adventuring guild as they make their way down the stairs to meet up with you guys.
Were there any casualties, I yell?
We had 2 members go down. I think that they'll both survive, though. Thanks to Stennel here. One of them barely made it out without getting brain dogged.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. I'd like to learn that guy's name.
Yeah, me too. As soon as I, think of one.
No, just this. Once you find, yeah. Okay. I'm very happy to not be dead, but I could really use a strong drink.
Yeah, we make it back to the guild, and I'll get you all the drink there.
I think the bigger question is how to get this thing out. And I use the Mind Flare hand to slap it.
Slap
you can
it.
fit so many brains in one of these things.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Slap the top of it.
Will the adventurers run across this mind flare again? Have they solved all of the problems that pervaded this area? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. But before we do, some words from our party.
Yeah. Check us out on social media. And we're Total Party Guild across all the platforms. Yeah, we made it.
Hey.
Yay. Almost
Out of
dead.
curiosity, how much hit points are you guys rocking? I know Stennel was 0 at the end of that one.
5 after the healing word.
After the healing word.
I had 11 and 8 temporary.
Yeah, I had 28 and 8 temporary.
Nice. Jewel made it out the least stab this time, huh?
Yeah, I was mostly just frosted.
Yeah, while you guys are at it, you can email us at totalpartyguild@gmail.com. Tell us what you think. Send us pictures of your brain. We love that.
Review us.
Send us normal human stuff.
But if you have MRIs of something cool in there, we totally want to see that too.
Do we?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't that a HIPAA violation?
Send us your brains.
Not if they share it with us. It's only a HIPAA violation if their doctors share it with us with names on it.
Yes.
Right. So if you're a doctor of other people, don't send us that stuff. Okay, that's not right.
Don't send
Unless
us
you blur out their
No,
names.
it's not right. Yeah.
We will
Yeah,
assume
push
you
me
are a
up.
mind flayer.
Uh,
And if you want to learn more about Arosa, the cast, the characters, or anything in between, check us out at totalpartyguild.com, where you can learn about all of that and more.
And remember, a guild of many defeats more monsters. Party on!
Party on.
Party on.
Do you like nostalgia?
Do you like pop culture?
Then we might have the podcast for you. Join us each and every week on the Retronomopod as we discuss nostalgia and pop culture from our past, present, and future. With me, your host, Toby.
And me, Rick, and we welcome you to the Retronomopod.
Find us on all major podcast platforms and on Facebook. Just search Retronomopod.